Welcome to the Spiritual Counseling TV network. My name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. So we are in the week of July 5th to July 11th of 2021. So this is going to be, I was counting the days, but this is a wonderful week because we are literally counting the days for this breakthrough to happen. And this breakthrough, I've been getting a lot of messages this week about what the future holds in our individual life as well as at a collective level. The breakthrough is near later down this year, but this is just the beginning steps, the baby steps that we need to take to embark on this new journey. So it's a wonderful, exciting new dawn that we are literally in this week. We just had Independence Day yesterday, so we are all feeling the freedom and the independence that we all have the luxury to live with. And this is a beautiful feeling because as we become more spiritually liberated, we're going to be able to truly get real with ourselves about what it is that we want out of life. Our life is literally based on all of our decisions and action steps that we take on an everyday basis. We always have a choice. We are blessed with free will, and it's how we use this free will that determines our future. So we're being asked to be real with ourselves and question ourselves this week. What is it that you really desire? And if that's what you desire, then go for it. Start taking the action steps that you need to take in order to reach that destination, whatever that goal might be. And God is really present with us this week to help us be able to express ourselves truthfully, honestly, and also creatively, because it's through our creative artwork that we express what's subconsciously within our soul, right? Because it's one thing to be out in the world and just speak whatever it is that you're speaking, but then artwork is something more profound. And remember that artwork can take a variety of different forms. It doesn't literally have to be like painting. It could be music, it could be writing, it could be physical arts, it could be, you name it. Everybody has a different artistic talent, and it's very beautiful, I'm feeling, because this is the week to set in motion what it is that we desire for our future. And it's just a lot of energies that I've been feeling this weekend. That's going to help to take us to the next level. And so I wanted to first come up with a few announcements. I always come up with a few announcements for the week. So we are literally in the summer, the peak of the summer. Finally, the sun's out. We're experiencing amazing weather. And this is again how this gets confirmed, right? Sometimes we must go through the worst moment in order to come out into the best moment, the light at the end of the tunnel. Last week I mentioned that it was very, very stormy. Maybe not in every area of the world, but it was very catastrophic in some parts of the world, right? But now that it's over, it's kind of like a hurricane that leaves its mess behind, right? It's the deconstruction of buildings, of whatever it is that you created in the past. And now we're being given new tools to work with, and even some of the old ones that might have survived in that storm, let's say, to be able to construct something now more durable and more of high quality, because we now know what went wrong the first round, right? And now we can do things better. So this new journey begins today, and it's beautiful because we're given like this second chance, this second opportunity. It's like this restart for this week, for the next ones ahead. And what's interesting as well, as I was watching my Lightwork University presentation, the part 2 of year 2021, which I said it was the reawakening, I feel like that mostly applied, the introduction that I came up with, to June. Because as we step into July, it's the restart. And I feel like this is going to lead to the breakthrough later down the year, like October, November. And this is again us reconstructing the strategy, the plan, and making sure that we're seeing the missing pieces, reading between the lines, and making sure that we're taking care of every single detail, because every detail matters. And yeah, that's what I'm feeling for this week. So some of the announcements that I wanted to come up, I did mention like 2 weeks back that I was to take a vacation, right? And I'm still showing up for the dailies because these are very important for me. And I'm even still showing up for most of the classes at my School of Light. I have been showing up, but that's only because I haven't yet gone on vacation. So I've been just catching up on work, balancing my life. So basically just finding more time to do the things that I need to do while still showing up here. And this is the balancing act that we all as light workers need in our lives, because we all are going to have things to do in our life. But that doesn't mean that you're going to take away from your spiritual journey because you have to do things in your life, right? So this is just to overemphasize that nobody has the excuse that they don't have time for their spiritual journey. Okay, and I know that sounds rough, but God is being real with us. We can all make time. And this is the test as well. How really much do you believe in this, honor this, and give that space and time to God and evolving on your soul journey, right? Because at the end of the day, this is what life is actually really about. It's not just about the material possessions or physical achievements. It's about what happens at a soul level, the inner growth. And this inner growth is what's going to help us to see from a higher perspective and see the whole world from a higher perspective, and even what we do on a day-to-day basis from a higher perspective, from a cosmic perspective. Okay, and this brings me, I did mention that there's a new show to be begun at my School of Light, the Cosmic Consciousness Show, where we are going to connect to higher beings and get more deeper information about what's happening cosmically and how we can apply that into our lives. And I'm working on getting my beach house done so that we can do those. So I'm thinking that most likely that will take place in August, all of August, and then that's it, right? Then like September is like back to school and just back to the reality. So that's what I have in plan. So I might take some days off from like other content in August, but not in July. So I'm still going to show up for the Spiritual Counseling TV Network exclusive shows. But then in August, I feel is when I'm going to take the vacation for the whole month. So I'm still not taking clients though until fall season, which literally actually is September. So it all ties in beautifully. So I'm going to be accepting new clients at the beginning of September or I think beginning of September will be okay. And or maybe like mid-September. I'll make a post about that, but you can still book right now. And yeah, I think that's what the updates for now are about. Make sure that you check out my journal that has been published for this year 2021 called the Rebirth. I use it every night and it's just so helpful to help me to stay grounded in gratitude no matter what's happening externally. It's very important. Yesterday we had a very special Sacred Prayer Circle ceremony for the 4th of July for Independence Day, and I made it extra special because I was wearing a white. I even wore like a white veil, and it was only to symbolize this purification that we experienced yesterday, the spiritual liberation that I channeled in my French campaign photo shoot. And I can't tell you how liberated I feel today. Like I feel like I've been cleansed to the core. I woke up a little tired because that's what usually happens after you have a profound healing session. And believe it or not, our Sacred Prayer Circles are healing sessions as well with Mother Mary, which is a divine feminine. So there's been like a deep, profound purification for the collective divine feminines. And now it's like we're reborn in a sense. We feel renewed. ready to start this new challenge, this new journey. And this recovery process is still taking place, I feel like, this whole July, which is like, right, I feel like it's a good time, if you can, to take a step back from work, like maybe reduce your workload, but don't stop working if you still need to work, especially if you're an entrepreneur. And then make more time for self-care strategies. And I know that this was the theme of June, but it is still of July. But now for July, it's more about like just cleansing to the core. It's also about healing our inner child and playing more. So it's about returning to this innocent playfulness as we were a child. Being a little girl and being a little boy. We need to return to that state this month because we've been working hard this year. And I feel like this is like the middle of the month and the middle of the year that we are experiencing this lighthearted energy. We're going to be feeling lighter than ever, and this is good because we need this. We've been lifting too heavy burdens emotionally, metaphysically, energetically, and now God is wanting to lighten our burden and hence wanting us to just play. So my meditation and yoga series are really going to help you with this. I have great prospective projects for my health and wellness brand, specifically for my yoga and meditation series. So I'm going to be working on that this month, and it's going to be very healing as well. You know, I'm going to be upgrading my programs because I just have a new vision for them. And this time around, it's going to be the highest of knowledge and just the most highest of vibrations that we're going to receive from those programs. And it's going to be very, very healing because that's what the purpose is, right? And you know, my Sacred Woman Healing Program is coming up soon as well. I've yet to set the date, but it will be this year. And yeah, I can't wait. You know, there's just so many good things happening month by month. So we are to be grateful, you know, because sometimes we can lose perspective of this. You know, let's talk about this a little. I just want to have a relaxing conversation right now with you all before we get to today's oracle reading, because you know, this is a moment to just chill and relax more, take life more lighthearted, and this is what it's about. And this is a perfect example right now of what we're doing. You know, I'm not rushing what I'm saying, and we're just relaxing. This is all that I have planned for today, so nothing else. You know, I've taken a pause from other projects in my life, and this is about just doing one thing at a time, right? Because like I was saying, sometimes we lose sight of the beautiful moment that we're all living in right now. We are lucky to be alive in these times. And I know that that sounds ironic because we've also been going through a very difficult transition worldwide. But this beautiful transition only leads us to a better new world, right? Kind of like the light and the rainbow at the end of the storm. There is light at the end of hard times, any struggles that we might deal with. It's like after you have a bad day, which we shouldn't be having any of those anymore when we're at this level, but we're still human at the end of the day, right? And we have our emotions get in the way. And this is what we're needing to learn to temper this month. You know, being able to be more graceful. This is what's going to help us to stay lighthearted. Take life more lighthearted, no matter what happens. You know, having a positive mindset when things are going your way is very easy and very natural. But what about when things don't go your way? And you know, that's the toughest test right there. And if you can maintain this positive attitude, your beautiful smile on your face, even when things are not going as expected, which might even be better for you in the end, long run, right? It might be a blessing in disguise. Then you're gonna live a higher quality and more beautiful life. Because this means that nothing will be able to disturb your peace. Every day will be an amazing, great day. And that's where we're to live, right? We're to live every day as if it were our last. Not to sound cliche, but it's just what it is. Every day is meaningful. Every day is a gift. So don't take it for granted, ever, because we are lucky to be alive in these times. You know, I feel like in my personal life, but I'm also seeing this in other people's lives. This is a moment when human beings are really tapping into their creative potential. And this is wonderful because it's in creativity that we find God, through art, right? This is how past artists always channeled God and the spiritual journey. In books, in poems, in actual artwork, right? This is a Botticelli work here. And that's what we are all being ascended to and transformed into by transmuting any negativity into something genius, into something creative, into something exponential and just very magical that will have the potential to inspire and even create revolutionary change. You know, we are in the beginning ages, we're in the beginning stages of the age of Aquarius, which is all about this revolutionary change. So yes, we've all been going through lots of changes, but I feel like with these new changes, ironically, we find more stability. And that's very much of a paradox, right? Because how can in change you find stability? And I feel like we find stability in change because when you keep doing something over and over again, eventually it becomes monotonous. And that's going to create emotional and mental instability because you're going to feel like it's just monotonous. It's just, in a way, boring. And that's what actually stagnates. Hence, that's instability, right? And so this creates boredom and hence blockages, right? Which will create lack of stability because stability is equivalent to homeostasis, which is the balance, right? And this balance can only be maintained by this steady, consistent excitement for life, passion for life, and this vigor, right? But when there's boredom, it's like this negative loop that goes downward. It's a downward spiral, and that creates lack of stability. So that's what God is wanting to tell us this week about why we're experiencing changes out of nowhere sometimes, spontaneous changes, but it's only to create more stability, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. The balance, right? And that's what God is wanting to tell us today. And yeah, so I feel like now we can definitely start with the daily morning spiritual guidance. I always give this sample on Mondays for free. Make sure that you sign up to my weekly and monthly newsletters, hence my mailing list, to receive those newsletters where there's extra blog articles that I write. Make sure that you watch the July 2021 fashion show red carpet event and the love show. I know that it didn't get posted yet on YouTube, but it will be posted definitely by tonight. And make sure that you also check out my new weekly health guidance that is always filmed on another day. It's filmed on Wednesdays or Thursdays, but the energy will always flow 7 days from there. So make sure that you watched the first one. I gave it as a free sample last week. And this is a new feature also at the Spiritual Counseling TV network, provided by my health and wellness brand, Body, Mind, and Spirit. And it's a wonderful talk as well that we have every week about what needs healing and focus when it comes to our health and wellness, because that's very important. And that's something that should be a part of our priorities, right? Our holistic nutrition, make sure that we're eating high vibrational foods, our meditation and yoga practice, and so much more. And yeah, I feel like that's it for today. Make sure that you also check out my weekly angel study class at my School of Light. There's a 3-part curriculum to that angel study class, and it is getting very profound. Last week we started the 3rd part of the curriculum, and wow, those are going to be like 30-minute series episodes, and we're just going to continue until we finish. And we're really learning how to be able to call on our angels in our daily life and be friends with them, because they surround us in the earthly realm to protect us, to guide us, to heal us, and to be with us, to offer us their companionship and support. So let us definitely invite them into our life. All right, so let's begin. I'll be spreading out my cards here, and I will be right back. All right, let's get started. Also remember that if you want access to these daily morning spiritual guidance, please become a member of my Spiritual Counseling TV network, christianramirez.com/TV, to get every day your daily morning message from God, from above, from our angels, from our spirit guides. spiritual guidance for today. You are an old soul. So this is why we are very drawn to the spiritual journey. Why we are even being drawn perhaps to higher consciousness, because we remember, right? This is what an old soul is about. And why I always do my spiritual gatherings, my Buddha talk, which if you resonate with this, that might be a great series for you to watch, because we really go deep into how to reach this Buddha enlightenment state, higher consciousness, and even how everything began, the world as a whole, right? Trying to truly understand the deeper, the unknown. And so we are an old soul as well. And God's guidance today to remain alert to these spiritual guidance is remembering that your body is your sacred temple. So keep it pure, to remain a clear channel between you and the divine, to remember. And this is a wonderful message because, you know, I began by saying that we were doing a purification ritual yesterday. So this is something that we need to make part of our habits, healthy habits, so that we can always feel at peace and always remain aligned, because we are very connected with our ancestors, right? And we know a lot, we have a lot of wisdom. That's what being an old soul is about. So something higher is calling you, and you're being called to seek it. All right, so let's get our daily affirmation for today. And right away we got, I am a warrior, and I am confident and beautiful, as we all should feel as a warrior of light. I love unconditionally, I am empathic, I am compassionate, I am the love. And I am miraculous, as I can heal myself and others through affirming my abilities with my Creator God. And this is us also working as miracle healers, as did Jesus, right? And as we are learning in A Course in Miracles. And we have one more message here. I am spiritually aligned, balanced, disciplined, and a warrior of light. So this is about staying on top of your spiritual practices to always remain in alignment. Because it's very easy to get out of alignment, right? But by us keeping these rituals in place, it's like a maintenance, and then you don't have to fall off the track and then try to get back on it, which is going to be more of a difficult process, right? And even more painful as that. It's like experiencing the dark night of the soul all over again. You don't want to get to that point. So this is about just maintaining where you're at and continuing to evolve higher, not descend lower, right? And then let's get our Archangel message for our life purpose, our career, our mission, our higher calling as well. I think you all heard that thunderstorm in the back, right? Looks like it's going to continue to rain. But again, this is just more purification, right? So just accept it and let it be. And Archangel message for life purpose today. The Wheel card. This is again these new beginnings and destiny. The end of delays finally. A change in direction that will offer more happiness. So this is great news, because whatever change you've been guided towards, it's for the best, and it's going to make you more happy in the end. We've been revealed a lot. You know, there's a lot of purple in here. Archangel Jeremiah. And this does remind me of my mindful meditation program for my body, mind, and spirit, the Wellness brand, that I will be promoting more, because it's a very great program. And meditation is what's going to bring us to higher consciousness, right? How do you achieve higher consciousness? It's always going to be through meditation. And remember that there's different forms of meditating, which I will explain more in that program. And then let's get our daily guidance from our angels. Right away. This is like reward yourself, play. Take a step back, because you know what? You've been giving a lot of yourself lately. You've been working too hard. And now it's time for you to receive healing. And she's holding a shell, this little girl, this little angel. And the shell reminds me of the ocean, which reminds me of purification. It's like emotional purification. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving, especially as light workers, because we give a lot, right, to the collective. This is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. We also, oh God, notice any signs that your angels are sending you. Sometimes remember these signs that you've been receiving are heaven sent. They drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and you're never alone. Never ever are you alone in this physical realm. And then this is the perfect timing for these new projects, new beginnings, the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. So don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are ripe for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. Beautiful message. And then let's get one love message from our romance angels for today on Monday. And you know what before I go into the love, I'm going to be doing more paid events as well, because I feel like there's a lot of extra energy and messages that want to come through. So my Lightworker University is going to be blasting with new events coming up throughout the rest of this year. There's already the 3-day event that I did last year. It's going to be done this year, November 11th. And I already have the theme for that, so stay on the lookout for that. It's going to be a live event, but you can always purchase the recording after and then watch it at your own time. Okay, usually it's a 3-day event, about an hour each day. And you know, this year's theme is very amazing, and it's gonna tie in together with this metamorphosis that we're transitioning to in the year 2022. And today we have work on your partnership, give your relationship a chance. So what partnership is this? So if you are in a relationship, maybe there are things that you're working on, give it a chance. If you're single, open your heart to receive this new love and give this new relationship a chance if there is that potential. So that's a beautiful message for today on Monday. And maybe we should get an extra message, if any. A time to retreat, right? We got this card yesterday, last week. It's time to disconnect from the world. So maybe we are connecting more spiritually than anything, telepathically. Because these romantic feelings are real and worth exploring. What a beautiful depiction of these beautiful angels. So just surrender to this new love, because your angels are behind this. And I really love this artwork here. It's like so ancient and so romantic. And again, this is what the love show of January's theme was about, the ancient love. And I mentioned this in the love show for this month. Watch that episode again if you haven't already, because it might give you deeper insights even about the energies this month. And she is wearing an engagement ring here. So this is wedding potential, this new love that's coming, the spiritually based love that we're working on in the love show. Have an amazing and beautiful day, everyone. Please make sure to sign up to my mailing list again to receive my newsletters, and also become a member of the Spiritual Counseling TV network so that you can get my daily morning spiritual guidance videos. For all of you new members out there, I will see you tomorrow. And for any of you out there on YouTube, I hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you next week. Have an amazing and beautiful week. Namaste. you.